The Columbia River is one of the world's premier sports fisheries. Summer presents a unique fishing opportunity with several hard-fighting world-class fishing prospects ready to be tapped. The Columbia is a fishing powder keg that delivers explosive action. Join me, Trey Carskadden, along with pro guide Jack Glass, as we try our hand at tapping this exceptional river for an unforgettable mixed bag. Jack freely shares his vast experience and knowledge of the subtleties of this complex river as we discuss strategies, riggings, equipment, and locational patterns. And you'll see it here in this week's edition of America's Outdoor Journal.
America's Outdoor Journal. Brought to you by Guard Sports, Oshman's, and Sport Mart, where your next outdoor adventure begins.
Good morning, Trey.
Good morning, Jack.
Hey,
good to see
delightful to have you today. I'm looking forward to fishing with you.
I am too. Looks like weather's cooperating, and I hope the fish do as well. I've been looking forward to this for 3-4 years now, so I'm ready if you are.
Well, likewise, I am also looking forward to it. We're going to fish for a variety of species today. We have a lot of different things to fish for right here close to our Portland metropolitan area, and a lot of fishing to enjoy.
Yeah, 4 or 5 different species we're going to see if we can't scare up, and within a stone's throw of a population of a little over 1 million people.
Yeah, we're going to try a little steelhead, walleye, maybe some smallmouth bass, and we might catch a variety of things. You never know what it might be. Fishing next to this area, we got a vast variety of species to fish for.
Well, I'm excited. I'm ready to go.
Yeah. All right, let's go do it.
Great. Jack, this is a little known fishery that's just minutes from downtown Portland. In fact, if we look real hard, we could probably see some skyscrapers there in the distance.
Absolutely.
Really fascinating. And again, not many people realize the size and the impact that this run of fish has. Steelhead fishing in metropolitan Portland area.
That's correct. There's a huge number of steelhead. Well over 200,000 go by out here in the Columbia River. We're 20 minutes from the Portland airport. It's a great fishery right here. I call it family fishing because you can come out and you can anchor your boat, about any kind of a boat, come out here and anchor and enjoy this fishery. We're going to start out fishing with some spinners. I like these smaller spinners for the steelhead because it is primarily steelhead going by right now. It opens for salmon here in a couple of weeks, and then we use these spinners also for salmon and some other variations of them and some wobblers and so forth. We got a sinker on here. We're using a 3-foot lead line or so and about a 4-foot leader. We're going to lower this down to the bottom. I'm seeing steelhead swim by on my graph in this area, so hopefully this will be just above their head a little bit, and that's where you want to be as they're cruising by and they look up at it. It's easy for them to see it.
Right, they've got like a 30-degree angle of vision.
That's correct.
And
yes.
Can't see down.
They don't see down,
but can see up above them. So we'll be in the strike zone.
We'll be in the strike zone.
Great.
Let's drop them in and see what we can find.
And you just want me to back this back down the river?
Just bounce it out.
Okay.
Just gonna set it out. Make sure your leader's all straight and clean and everything. And we're not very deep water, so you should be able to find the bottom fairly easy. Just let a little line off and lower down. Boom, there's the bottom. We're just gonna bounce it back a little bit.
Yep,
Flick it over and just drop in the old pole holder. And there we go. See, nothing to it. It's easy, you can relax.
This will give our arms a break before we start casting for bass.
There we go.
And
yeah,
kind of a little of everything today. I think the plan is anchor for some steelhead, troll for some walleye, cast for some bass.
Yeah, let's do a variety day.
That's fun stuff.
Trey, we got the sun kind of popping in and out a little bit here, starting to get brighter, and it's going to get pretty warm here today. God, we've sat here for the steelhead for a couple hours. We haven't had any luck yet. They seem to stop swimming by on the machine. We were watching them all morning, so.
Right. Pretty steady clip coming by,
Yeah,
too.
and they kind of quieted down, so they moved on up. So let's go try a little bit of walleye fishing.
That sounds good.
Let's do that for a little while and see
Okay.
what we can muster up with that.
Great. Just you heading upriver then?
We'll probably go upriver a little ways.
Great.
Let's go ahead and reel it up.
Okay. So what do you want me to do, Jack?
Start with thumb on the spool,
Okay.
and on the front switch is on and off. Turn it to off, holding the line.
Okay.
We're just going to drop it down. You're going to watch your line guide go back and forth. We count every time that crosses. Okay?
Okay.
Because I want to watch that line guide go back and forth. So
Okay.
flip the switch, no thumb bar, take it off, let it go. 1, 2, 3, 14.
Oh, there's something.
Yeah. You had a bite. Oh, snag.
No, that was
Oh,
bite.
Fish.
Yeah, big
Fish,
time.
huh?
Something really grabbed that, Jack.
Yeah.
Is there something I should have done different? I mean, it was pulling hard.
Yeah. Let's check your bait. No, you did fine.
Remember, products we use in the show are available at Guard Sports, Oshman's, and Sport Mart.
Trey, we've been trolling with these spinner and worm rigs today, and I'd like to show you a little bit more detail on what we've got here. We've got a bottom walker or a bottom bouncer. This is about a 1.5 ounce sinker tied it to a braided line with about a 12 to 15 pound monofilament. On the end of that monofilament leader, we use a variety of spinner blades and night crawler, double hooks. That's usually one of the arrangements that I use. I have a floating device, I have a little blade on here, couple of hooks. I put a night crawler on here. They like worms. Worms are real good bait. We don't have very good luck on leeches here, but we do well with night crawlers. So this is one of my principal setups that I use. I do have this quick change clevis. This is really a nifty deal. You can pop the blade right off and put on another color blade very easily, which I think will change now to maybe a gold one because it is getting awful bright. I like that in the sunny day. Add a little bit of a gold-plated blade is a real good bet.
Well, I noticed you've got a full array of blade colors as well, so you can make adjustments as you go very quickly too.
Yeah, it
that's
doesn't
an
take
awful
no
nice.
time at all. It's a nice arrangement. You can pre-tie your tie-ups and bring them out the day that you're fishing, and it's just a series of various beads and everything, and 2 fixed hooks. On this night crawler, I happen to have a little bit of a chartreuse bead on there, but 2 fixed hooks. That way it holds the worm good and straight. You can let him hang down here a little bit, that's okay. The walleye seem to bite towards the head of the worm anyway. So it does seem to work well this way. So let's keep at it and see if we can catch one yet. Okay, put your tip down. Okay, free spool.
Yep, I got it.
It's a good spot right along here. Oh, there's a
I
fish.
think there's something there, Jack.
You got one on.
Yep, I sure do. Wow, this is a
that's a big
heavy, heavy
fish.
fish.
That looks like a good one, Trey.
Oh man. Well, we made a couple passes through there, Jack.
Yeah. Hey, you got a nice one, I think.
Oh, this
Looks
is
like
a
a
heavy,
walleye.
heavy fish. So what's the
I'll get
average
the
fish?
Oh, average
around here?
like 3 to 8 pounds. Occasionally we get them up to 10, 12, 14 pounds
Wow.
sometimes to get some nice ones.
Now, a 10-pound fish is most places considered a trophy, isn't it?
You bet. Yeah, that's a real good one, a good 10 pounder. This one looks like it's pretty good weight.
Wow, this is a heavy, heavy fish. Oh, this is exciting. I've caught a couple of walleye here in the Columbia, but they've all been, you know, the biggest one I think has been 8 pounds, and that was just an enormous fish. This one feels real heavy though.
This looks like
Here
a
we
good
go, I'm
one,
taking it
Trey.
easy.
Okay.
Oh man. Oh my gosh,
look
look
at
at
that
that.
fish. Oh, that's
Oh
a
my
nice one.
gosh, that's a beautiful
Okay.
fish.
He looks all at 10, 12
Yeah.
pounds.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, here he comes.
Okay. Yeah!
Oh
Woo!
my
Look
gosh.
at that one. That's a dandy.
Oh, what a walleye, that's a trophy.
That is a good one, Trey.
Welcome
Man.
to Columbia River,
Good
huh?
job, huh? Hey,
Wow.
that's a dandy. You hold the net,
You bet,
put a scale on it.
you bet. Now Jack, on a fish like this, obviously this is a trophy fish. What's your opinion on keeping something like this?
Well, something of this size, I'd like to see them released because how are we going to get a world record without It weighs 14 pounds with a net. The net's about 2 pounds, so that's a good one. Oh,
wow.
Man. Yeah.
That is the fish of a lifetime. You bet. You bet. It'd be my pleasure. Oh my gosh, I've never seen one that big ever.
He's probably about 12 pounds, Trey. That's a good one.
Look at the size of that fish.
I just cut the hook off and
that
the hook will dissolve.
Oh, I think he's still in real good shape. Look at the size of that walleye.
What a
man,
dandy.
what a
nice
trophy.
one, huh? Yeah, he's looking good.
Oh, he's looking like he's in, oh, he's wanting to take off. Let's let him.
Here we go.
Wow.
Good job, Trey.
Woo.
Nice fish. Way to go.
Yeah.
That's a dandy. That's a trophy there.
Well, that one got my knees shaking. I saw that thing come up like that. Wow.
Well,
what a tremendous fish.
He probably went 12 pounds. It was 14 with a net, small net. So, but hey, let's go fish for some bass.
Let's try another species on for size.
Let's
That's
go do
great.
it.
Remember, products we use in the show are available at Guard Sports, Oshman's, and Sport Mart.
Trey, this is a real good spot to bass fish in here. It's a lot of structure and a lot of rock. We got a lot of changing bottom conditions, a little bit of sand, some gravel boulders. We have some docks nearby us. There's just a lot of structure. And when we're bass fishing out here, we're looking for a lot of structure type areas. They orientate to that very much. Big boulders, the gravel, things like that they like, you know, they'll lay around those and attack their food and prey on that stuff as it comes around.
Yeah, exactly, Jack. This is a nice area that's got a little bit of everything. Oh, looks like you got something going there, huh?
Yeah, I got one going here.
Oh, there's a nice little Columbia River smallie.
Yeah.
Good start.
That's a start. Yeah. In the Columbia River, this is what we call a dink.
Yes.
It's pretty dinky.
Yeah.
See if we can get another one here.
Ooh, this is a nice little bay in here. Oh, there it is.
There he is.
There it is. Good. Oh, he's fighting good.
Looks like a good one.
There we go. This might be a little better fish, Jack.
A little larger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Nice thick body.
Yeah.
Take that
like
crankbait.
those.
Let's go ahead and. Oh, where there's one, there's more.
Want me to help you with that? Son, talk to me.
Yeah, son. There we go.
Here we go.
Oh, you got one?
Oh, stick.
Up. Yeah, we'll just take it real easy. When they got these crankbaits in their mouth like this.
Yeah, you got to be real careful.
Real careful.
He's about 1.5 pounds, huh?
Yeah.
You say? Pound and a quarter?
Yeah, I might go a pound actually, but nice thick fish, you know. Geez, this thing fought really well. That's a nice chunky little fish. These are an ambush fish. And that's what he did. Thought that was a little crawdad and got all over it. He put that crawdad scent on it, and that sure works well. There we go. Get him right back in the water. Oh, out of there like a shot.
Let's see if I can't get a bite here. Got to be some here. There we go. Oh. Another one of them little guys. But
all right, Jack, you got another one.
Yeah. You know, Trey, I've always felt that to be a good angler, you got to be able to catch a lot of different species of fish. Don't be zeroed into doing just one thing.
I agree, Jack. That's one of the unique elements of fishing here in the Northwest is the diversity of species we have, and it really does add a unique flavor and really enhances the overall fishing experience, having all these different species available from saltwater through to the great freshwater fisheries we have around the area.
And I enjoy fishing bass. It's action, you're casting, you're doing something all the time. I don't get a lot of requests from customers to go bass fishing, but when I get that opportunity, I sure enjoy it. We have a good time with it. And sometimes they only catch them this big, but sometimes they catch them this big. We get some real nice ones. So. Ooh, I think I just had a pretty good bite. Maybe still got it. Yes, he does.
Oh, good job. Nice going, Jack.
That's a pretty good little one. Yeah.
Wow, he's battling you.
I might be able to get him. Yeah.
Nice
He's
going.
still kind of a little dink.
He's pulling really good.
Yeah. Trey, I keep catching smaller ones. It's a little better than some of the other dinks I got.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's a nice little slab. They're really thick-bodied, full of, you know, even those small ones. Good job. We'll kind of finish things up and see if we can't scare up a steelhead or two before we call it a day, Jack. But that bass fishing across the river, I really had a ball. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we do well catching the smallmouth bass. They're just kicking the pants. You know, and we had to fish a few spots to find some bass. I think 3 or 4 places, and then we found a little group in this one spot. And had we spent more time, I'm sure we could have caught more.
You bet. We just fished a small area, and what I think is really interesting is that I fish Colombia quite a bit for smallmouth and even lower for largemouth. And there's a variety of baits that seem to work real well in this part of the world. Everything from starting at the spinners, like this Vibrac rooster tail that I have here. And I get these with a single hook because it makes catching and releasing the fish very easy, and also makes them pretty snag free, which I like a lot. And then the old standard rooster tail. You know, this is kind of a rainbow trout pattern, and then this green, you know, might imitate something that they might see in the water. And then the frenzy crankbaits, these things are very effective in the bluegill and in the crawdad. And then you were doing really good on the plastics.
You're right. The motor oil colors, chartreuse, pumpkin seed, a lot of those work real well. And I do like the 4 to 5 inch worm most of the time. I like the little bigger ones.
Sure.
Yes.
And you were using chartreuse. I was using the smoke and the watermelon and motor oil patterns, and we're getting bites on all of them. So,
yeah, so any of those work real well. I love the spinner baits, especially these ones here that have a single hook. The Vibrex rooster tails work really well. It's a good one to cast. You can catch bass, steelhead, trout.
You know, Jack, I've had the good fortune of fishing with you a couple of times before, and one of the things that I've been very impressed by is how you take care of your gear. In this case, outboard motors, which aren't cheap equipment, that's for sure. As a professional fisherman, what's your secret?
Oh, just, you know, general maintenance only requires spark plugs. It's about all you got to do. Make sure you're good quality fuel. And I start the motor up. I let it warm up a little bit. I gradually take off with the motor, cruise along, then gradually bring it down. You don't just take right off. Water skiers do it, but they need to because they're pulling a skier. But try and reduce the chance of shutting it down right away because I don't think there's enough lubrication in there for the RPMs as it's still turning when you're trying to slow down. My last 200 horse Mercury I had 1,600 hours on it. That's a lot of hours for a big motor. I used it for almost 6 years, and it still ran fine when I took it off the boat.
I know one of your big calls, Jack, has been boater safety. In fact, you've been the host of functions that deal with that specific issue. Of course, you live on a river where there have been, you know, some drowning deaths, and you've actually been involved in some of the body recovery, the body searches,
boat recoveries.
The boat
I
recoveries.
recovered some boats out of the river this year that went down, that sunk. Yes, victim recoveries, unfortunately. Haven't had to deal with that in a couple of years.
What are some of the tips that you could convey to boaters when they get out here on the water that are going to enhance their experience and keep them safe?
Yeah, just being aware of the waterway and try and spread that information to people, being cautious, especially with anchoring, motoring around other boats, shallow water, not knowing where the channels are. Those are things that people get themselves in trouble with. If you don't know, ask somebody, or have somebody take you out and show you what to do, or go find somebody. I mean, you're not lowering your standards by asking somebody the questions. The smart person will ask the questions.
Right.
You know, maybe take a boating class. Hire a guide. Some people would never think, I don't need no guide and all that. Well, but if you're not sure, hire a guide or somebody who knows the waterway really well before you enter an area you're not comfortable with. I watch people run aground all the time in the Columbia River. So it's best to take some kind of a navigation class because there's navigational markers. Then if you learn to read those, you shouldn't have any problem getting into those shallow water areas.
Well, Jack, I really enjoyed the day. The diversity, you promised diversity, you gave us diversity, which has just been remarkable, frankly. Come out here in the middle of the summertime and have the action that we've had today and the quality of fish. Started out the morning fishing for steelhead. We were marking them, but they weren't cooperating. Got a trophy walleye. What a gorgeous fish. I will never forget that fish. Switched gears and casted for bass, and we finally found them and did very well. Had a blast doing that. We're going to take it out with a little bit more steelhead fishing. I want to thank you. It's been a great day of fishing, one I certainly won't forget. And I look forward to doing it again with you. Thank you very, very much. It was well worth the wait.
I've enjoyed it a whole bunch, Trey. I look forward to it again sometime.
Good. I'll count on that.
All right.
Thank you.